What's up, y'all? It's your man, ES the Hermit Star, back again with another video. And I'm here to do the general read for the sign of Aquarius. So if you have Aquarius in your chart, sun, moon, I can't say sun nowadays, huh? Sun, moon, or rising. I guess because it's super gloomy outside, I guess, but sun, moon, or rising, this is for you. What's going on, Aquarius, my high risers, as I like to call y'all? This will be your read for the month of January 2026. So, happy New Year, by the way. And let's get it started. Let's see what's in store for my high risers. You might have Capricorn in your chart. I only mention that because they ended up having a Justice card in their read. I just uploaded, let me just say that. I just uploaded that video for their January read. So go check that out if you have Cap in your chart, or if you just want to go check out, another video. That's fine with me, of course. They didn't start with the Justice card, but they still had it in their read. But you obviously, with your read, started with the Justice card here. What I'm seeing is from what I'm seeing with these three cards, I think that you're really stepping into who you are, your identity, how you view yourself, really. And you're not necessarily worrying, I should just say, I will say, you're not really worrying about the outcome of maybe even backlash from people, like just wondering if people are going to gravitate toward your new expression, or just maybe just your self-discovery even. I might ask for some clarification. Your next card, I want to clarify the moon here. I think I got it as I'm trying to piece things together, but pretty much this is the unknown, the unconscious, essentially too. You could be unconsciously just, again, this change that you're going through. You might have been feeling it, like where it's January 15th now. So this is the middle of the month. And since 2026 started, you probably have been, you probably haven't noticed any changes you've made, Aquarius. But from what I'm seeing here, and when I say changes, I'm not necessarily saying everything has changed. I mean, we have the Hierophant here. This is someone who, people say this card is someone who is stubborn, someone who's a traditionalist. But really, it's just someone who does things their way. And I think you went from somebody who probably was open to, compromising who you are, just to probably fit in with people. Maybe because you was worried about what people were saying, their perception in general. But then you just stopped giving a damn. Probably, since this year started. Now, as I've stated, I want to go back. I know I just picked up the Hierophant, but I want to go back to that moon card because I said I kind of wanted to clarify it. So that's why I shuffled, and what showed up is the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone who lacks inspiration. Maybe I'm still kind of confused, Spirit, if we really being honest here. Maybe you just lack the motivation to either to try to appease people. That could be it. Like, you don't even care anymore to You know, which is, it's a good thing to me, at least, that you stop giving a fuck, because this is really like what I'm seeing here is big I don't care anymore type of energy. But I think where the problem lies is you're going to go too extreme with it. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all, Aquarius, but I got to keep it real with you, just like I got to keep it real with all the other signs. I think you're going to go too much into the extreme with it. Like, you don't, that moon is here because it's like you really don't know how far you're going to take it, to the point where it could be more detrimental than it is. You know, to you, it might seem as though it's freeing, but at least the message I'm getting here so far with the cards that I have laid out, it's going to be more detrimental to who you are, probably more detrimental to your future, and than it is freeing. Again, I'm not trying to encourage you to walk the line and just try to compromise yourself to get along with people, or so as a survival tactic. I am saying that, you know, you can express yourself, but there has to be a level of, you know, giving a fuck, caring in general about either how you are coming off, the things that you do, maybe. You know, again, we have that justice here, and it's like you don't want to be so much so that I don't care about people, that you're just going to do people wrong. You know, you still have to be a fair individual, or at least, I won't say you have to, but I mean, if you really want to, you know, I guess live the good life, or live in you know, in the light, let's just say, right? Being someone who is fair is a part of that. So if you want to live, you know, a good life, maybe a more peaceful life or so, not being dishonest is it's one way of going about doing that, right? Let's see what else. Is in store for Aquarius, because I kind of want to. Did something drop? I felt like something dropped, but it didn't. What other message? Okay. Virgo energy here. Queen of Wands here. So determination. This is someone, again, who can have a balance of being warm, but also they're not a pushover either. So, if anything, Aquarius, if you want to balance out, like balance the scales per se, of being taken seriously and not being taken as, or being viewed as someone who people can walk all over, tap into the Queen of Wands energy. She doesn't have a sword, so the wrong individual is going to look at her and say she's defenseless, or they can easily get over on her. But she's actually more powerful than she looks. You know? She also doesn't feel the need to go around and wielding, whether you know, she has a sword or a wand. She doesn't feel the need to go around and just be abusive with the power that she has, in order to you know, express that, in order for people to acknowledge how powerful she is. She has her boundaries. She enforces those boundaries when need to, but she also, again, spends the rest of her days more so in the, you know, other than the moments where she needs to be forceful, she's more so in a positive energy. She's not being a bully. She's not being so much so that she is out of, like, she's doesn't necessarily care about others as well. She only cares about herself. So she's not being selfish in that way. But she's not going to the extreme to where she's giving everybody else, you know, peace and harmony and just yeah. She it's not one extreme or another. It's not to the far extreme to where it's like I care about everybody else except for me. It's also not to the other extreme where it's like I care so much about me and nothing about anybody else. So that's what we have here. I think it's really your message. I'm going to pull at least one more tarot card and see what's what. Yeah, let me just, leave it at that as far as the tarot goes. We have the devil here. Yeah, Aquarius, I think this month you are being told to balance out, really seriously consider balancing out, defending yourself, and just being pretty much a terror to everybody else out there. I feel like you really don't know, and this is not to insult you, but again, with that moon here, I don't think you understand how much worse things can go when you don't reel it in when you need to, right? It's like you're swaying. You can either sway between super extremes. The super extreme of I care about everybody else except for myself, or I care nothing about nobody else and all about me. So just having a good balance, I would say, for the going forward for the rest of this month and a year, really. These reads, I tried to at least told myself I was going to do at least one read for every sign for the month throughout this year and going forward, God willing. But it doesn't necessarily mean that this is only applicable for January. And then obviously, if it applies to you, it applies to you. This is a pretty heavy emotional read, I should say. So take it if it resonates and leave the rest. I'm gonna leave that at the tarot. I might pull one more. Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm trying to get, any final message. I got love for my Aquariuses. I just want y'all to do well and be well, So any final message that we have for Aquarius in regards to the tarot? All right. So what was pulled was the Page of Swords in reverse. Someone who is a bully, essentially. Yeah, I don't think you understand. There's a difference between valuing yourself to the point where you're not allowing other people's thoughts to get to you and change how you feel about yourself and how you move. And that's great. But I think that this is for an Aquarius out there who takes it to the extreme, to where it's their idea of not giving a damn about what people think is by extremely just rebelling against common decency. I'm just going to put it that way. Rebelling against that because you don't care that people are going to judge you for not being a decent human being. This is just a warning, really. You don't have to be a bully. You don't have to be the devil. You don't have to be any of these harsh things to, be someone who is well respected. And I also get the sense, I'm going to say this here, I know most of or I would hope to think all of my reads are for adults. That doesn't, when I say this, don't take this as me calling you a child, but I get the sense that this is someone who's been bullied, being bullied or has been bullied in the past. during their youth, and they believe that now they're in a position to be the bully, or in order for them to heal that inner child that still has those wounds from the bullying, the disrespect, they have to then again either be a bully or be the devil. You know, one and the same to some folk, I get it, but they have to be a bully to the point where it's like they're going around and doing the same harm that was done to them. And it seems as though innocent people are being your victims, rather than going back and bullying the people who bully you. Because personally speaking, if you were to do that, I would say good on you, Aquarius. But this seems to be unsuspecting people. It could be, you don't have contact with your bullies. If these were bullies from your youth, again, you probably haven't seen or heard from them ever again since, graduating from that school, or being removed from that school, or they were removed, whatever the case is, right? Since you all lost contact, you probably haven't seen those bullies or that bully anymore, but that still doesn't give you the right to. Because then honestly, you don't see that bully on the outside, but they are inside of you. If we're talking here about what's going on here, they're inside of you. You are that bully that you once, either feared or just hated. Let me not say you are. What I will say is the energy here is pretty much that heavy, like you feel like you got to be that individual. And it seems as though, especially with that Page of Swords in reverse and then that devil showing up, they won. That the bullies won, because it's like they permeated your mind into thinking you have to be this way in order to gain respect. Where again, that Queen of Wands, I really want y'all to tap into this, because the Queen of Wands doesn't feel the need to do that. What the Queen of Wands says is, these are my boundaries, and if you don't respect it, then get the hell on. What the Queen of Wands doesn't do is go around and mess with unsuspecting people because of someone who tried her. That person, that individual gets dealt with, not everybody else. No one else has to feel the wrath of, something because she was disrespected by one individual. No one else has to feel that wrath. Now, if they step up and they try, they're going to feel it, but no one who isn't responsible for the pain that was caused to the Queen of Wands has to feel that pain. So that's what I have to say in regards to the tarot here. Just something to think about. We're about to go into the Oracle right now. Before I choose a card, I would like to remind you to please hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe, of course. And yeah, let's see what Oracle message will come out for the sign of Aquarius. Oh, you got 2 as well. Capricorn got 2 as well. You got 2. Just saying. All right, so I'll do left to right. Why not? Reading is fundamental, y'all. Your first card is Solace of Balance. Seek equilibrium in love and career, harmonizing your inner scale to weigh decisions with both heart and mind. Yeah, definitely balance is needed here. We have the Justice card, and like I said, you can still be a just individual to people who treat you well and who don't disrespect you. And again, if you need to wield that wand as the Queen of Wands does to those who do try you, by all means, you do what you feel you need to do to protect yourself. The second Oracle card is Unity Blooms. Foster harmony and connection within your community, nurturing bonds that bring us together. Nice, sweet message there. Just a reminder of community, the people who care for you are the people who you should probably be around to avoid this negative energy. I feel a bit better now giving you this read, because now it's like I feel like I gave you a solution to this problem, and it's to just be around people who love you. And then, of course, have that balance. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's what I have for you, Aquarius, this month in January. Hopefully this helps out. If you can relate to this message, I would love to know how this is relative to you, or if you simply just want to say hi, you can do that as well in the comment section below. Please hit that like before you leave. Subscribe if you want to see more like this. And yeah, until next time, until next video, I want to thank you for trusting me for being your intuitive reader for today, or at least one of your intuitive readers for today. Like, comment, share, subscribe once again. And until next time, until next video, you see me when you see me. Take care.